I'm looking forward to getting it ready.
Okay.
I've had a beautiful childhood too, but let me just skip the childhood part and get to where I'll make some more impact. And in 2016, I fell sick, and then I had to be taken to the hospital. But you know, things were not just going on well. I had to stop going to work. But eventually I met a doctor, and I was diagnosed as severely depressed. So while I was in that state, in the month of August, I lost my father. And then we buried him. I'm also the eldest child. I'm also the oldest child.
Okay.
We buried him, and then 3 months later, in December, first week, I lost my husband.
Hi.
They both suffered heart attack. Yes. So it's like my world just caved in. I was not sure of how I was going to pick up the pieces. I have children to care for. And so I was battling. And then one night, it was so bad, for 3 nights going, I couldn't sleep. And then my youngest daughter said, "Mommy, just hold Jesus' dress very tightly." And that was the lining for me.
Say so, hold on
to Jesus' dress very tightly.
Oh my God.
So at that night, I was just ready to die.
Oh,
but when
God.
she said that, it kind of resurrected something in me that made me want to leave. So I said, "Lord, please help me, I want to leave." And so it brought about a turnaround for me. And so afterwards, with all that I was going through, having to come back and face life again after losing 2 very important men in my life, I just did not know what to do. But I was thankful to God. You know, the faith part played a very important role.
Yeah.
I was taking my medications, but I also had to work on my faith. And this is not something that someone would help you do. It's something that you have to do by yourself. And so I picked up the pieces, and life continued. But along the line, I also had a relapse sometime, but I picked up again. Why was I picking up? I had a purpose. I had a focus. I had something greater than me that I was holding on to, okay? So I believed in faith. My values were faith, integrity, influence, and productivity. And so for me, looking at how I can help others pick up the pieces of their life from what they have suffered, all the traumatic experiences they've been through, was very beneficial. And so everywhere I was, where I work, with people around me, people became the treasure for me. So for everybody I meet, the first thing is, how do I help this person become a better version of him or herself?
Okay.
So I didn't just keep it to work area. I helped professionally, I helped socially, and I helped spiritually. I've been working with young people for the past 39 years.
Wow.
And it has been very, very beneficial, as I've seen so many lives changed, you know, decisions that they make to go on in life. And so as I was passing through all these challenges, I was asking, I said, okay, if I choose to say I'll dwell in self-pity, I'll wallow in self-pity, I'm not getting anywhere. So when the challenge comes, I'll say, Lord, what next? Like she was saying. She used to say, let it pass quickly. So I say, Lord, what next? And he was just revealing principles for me that I could live by. And that was what gave birth to my book, Lord, what next? So for every challenge, there was something to do. And then it brought the liberation I needed to just keep moving.
Quickly, in the area of romance, are you attempting to date again, or are you married again?
Wow.
Or are you still looking forward to getting married?
I remember one day I walked into the house, and then my children with their auntie just sat me down and said, Mommy, are you going to remarry? And I was like, what brought about this? You know, but it was from a place of love that they were asking. They wanted to be sure that as their only surviving parent, I will still be there for them. Well, I attempted once, and it didn't work out. But you know, I learned so many lessons from there, and it's giving birth to my next book. So I'm really looking forward to just writing down all the things I've learned to help others. As a widow, it's not easy you know, relating with people. If you have people who are married, you go close, they think you're after their husbands. If wherever you turn to, you are like a suspect. So you are very careful.
You have to be
intentional. Yes, you have to be intentional. So for me, my safe zone is with younger people who I will impact positively.
Amazing.
So I focus on them and I just give it my all.
Amazing.
That's what
It'd be
do.
nice to hear a bit about Lord What Next, but we'll talk with Dr. Kolo first.
Okay.
But before Patience continues to talk with her, let me ask you something, because Patience has opened that door. And King Faj is here, I'm also here, as are many men and women all over the world who are seeking a better half. Better. Something that will complement and make richer. You've been a widow. May your husband so continue to rest in peace. You've tried a relationship. It didn't end in a union. I'm told sometimes that it's third time is a charm. Are you willing? Are you willing and open to another opportunity? Is this something you consider?
Because you're so beautiful and young, and you're an architect.
For now, I don't know. About tomorrow, but somehow I'm just being very careful. You know, as a widow, if you have children, people are not really wanting to come close because they see your children as a baggage.
Responsibility.
They see them as additional responsibility. So for now, I'm focused on giving my children the best that I can with God's help, just because my oldest is 20 and the youngest is 12.
I would love to look at the title of your book as something that will give hope, succor, and align with that silver lining for women and men seeking companionship all over the world.
Thank you.
I rest on never ever say